Well, welcome to Go Be Too Much. I'm MJ, and this is Cassie and Mandy. And we're recording a little bit late. We're recording after a lot of busy, booked, blessed, and busy, but a little bit of meh because we got to get in the feels. So, we're going to start off by talking about what all we've been doing because we feel like we have experienced a lot since we recorded a couple episodes ago when we talked about how heavy the world felt. Well, I can tell you this much, at least for myself, totally in different energy now. So I'm hoping that everybody watching us is also in some different energy. And we're going to talk and start off with the joy that we've been finding. And so we talked about going and traveling, and surprise, lo and behold, the three of us went on a trip and met up with Candace in Florida and did a surprise bachelorette weekend for Miss Cassie. And
yo, she made us wear matching shirts. Cassie and I had matching shirts.
Made them participate in the joy. Like the joy of matching shirts.
And for those who are listening, I absolutely love Harry Potter, so they surprised me by taking me to Harry Potter World for my bachelorette quote-unquote party. And that was our magical shirts that Mandy suffered through wearing for me. And I'm so proud of you, because I knew that as soon as I seen it, I'm like, oh shit, she's going to be like, fuck me, I don't want to do this.
Listen.
But I loved it. I thought it was so cute.
In her enjoying other people's joy that weekend.
Listen, no. I've been a bridesmaid many a times. Okay, I've had a whole collection of matching t-shirts with, women I've maybe never seen again or never talked to or never heard from or think about often. I'm like, wonder how Brittany's doing from Lake of the Ozarks in 2014. I don't know.
Well, and I loved it because it's the first time that all three of us have been together since I visited in Vegas in 20.
Candace wasn't there. Oh yeah. Three, yes.
Mm-hmm. Candace wasn't there. So, man, we go back when I was all four of us, was 2016.
That was 10 years.
10 years ago.
10 years
That's
for
crazy.
all four of us. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wild. I totally forgot we had that random ass dinner, the three of us.
Yeah, because I had work down there. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot. That was such a, sorry, it was a blip in my world at that time.
I mean, to be fair, it literally was one day, and I just came for work and was like, I'm going to insert myself there.
Why was I even there?
I don't know.
Who knows? I don't know.
One of the many adventures. We were probably going to a concert or a show or...
Yeah.
Hanging out.
I want to tell this story because I just think it is so stupid of me, but it's really fucking hilarious. So obviously I did not know they were planning a trip to Florida. And in my head, I was like, oh, I'm going to Texas because that's what Rick told me. And I'm slightly, I don't even know the word I want to do. I like to be prepared. And I am definitely, like, Rick plans trips and I do everything else. And so, like, I pack, I write the notes, I make the checklist, I do all the things. So I was like, Rick, who's going to watch the animals? And he's like, oh, don't worry. I got somebody who's going to watch them at home. And I fell for it because my cat is 16 and he is slowly dying. And I was like, that makes sense. Like, he will be stressed out that I'm gone. So I believed him. And so I wrote these notes for this person, this mystical person that was going to come to my house, and was like, this is what you need to do for my cat. This is what you need to do for my dog. And I mean, down to their pooping schedule, people. Like, it was ridiculous. This motherfucker takes a picture and sends it to Mary and was like, she has no idea. And so they're laughing. And then he just boots me out of the car when we get to the airport and was like, you're going to Vegas, seeing Mary, and then you're having a girls' weekend in Florida. Love you, bye. And I was like, oh, here we are. So it was a really good surprise. It's really hard to surprise me with trips, so I would like to give you guys credit on being able to pull that off. For 6 months, listeners, they've been planning this since last fall. So the fact that they've gotten away with it and kept their mouth shut this whole time when I talk to them every
Listen,
single day
that's
blows my mind.
ADHD. That's ADHD. Out of sight, out of mind. I guarantee you, I didn't fucking remember that I was doing it until I had to book my own flight, and I was like, oh shit, I have to do this, and then I forgot again because I just be booking shit, and I just book it, ask questions second, and so I forgot, and then I had to. We were recording, and I almost said something. I text Mary, I'm like, does she know? Am I supposed to know? Does she know that I know? I have to stop my mouth. And then even still forgot. And then the planning happened the week of. I just want you to know the actual planning happened the week of. For all of the ADHD squirrels involved, we did our best.
We tried. And it was great. I loved it. Like, that was my idea of a perfection. And Mary was asking me, she's like, what would you do for a bachelorette party? I was like, fucking nothing. And she's like, nothing? I was like, I don't want one. And she's like,
don't you dare.
Not even a little one? And I was like, no. And so here she is trying to get information out of me. And I was like, fuck that. I don't want to. Like, I've never wanted to get married before.
I'm going to force fun on you. I'm going to force experiences. You're only doing this once.
And so she's just trying to get all the information she can, and I'm not giving her anything, unbeknownst to me that that's what you're trying to do. But it's so funny in hindsight, looking back, how hard you tried, and I just kept shutting you down.
That is so Mandy coded, Cassie. I think that's what reaffirmed. Not that I really needed it, but I think that's what reaffirmed our friendship. Was that trip? I'm like, we are two just fucking scathing black cats attached to two goddamn golden retrievers who are just like...
And that is no lie. For those who don't understand, me and Mandy are definitely the masculine side of the thing.
Get in the car.
Candy
get
and Mary are so feminine that we have to guide them. They are our beautiful friends that we just help along. And they're just living their best life.
That's what whimsy.
And then you put all four of us together, and I'm like, whose fucking idea was this? Like, it was so good. It was so
good.
It was so what I wanted, and I am very grateful and thankful and blessed that you guys could pull it off for one, and for two. It was just, there's four of us. Squirrel. It was good. I really do appreciate all that. And I'm excited to see you guys for my wedding, and I wish Candace could come.
Yeah. We will do our plan of getting all four of us together on a regular occurring, not so scheduled schedule.
It's funny that you say that, because I feel like we hate schedules because we want all the options, but if it's not on our schedule, then we're pissed off because you're not going to remember it. And so I'm like, where's that happy medium? Because I want the freedom. Like, that's why I'm my own boss. I love the freedom, but if it's not on my calendar, it's not fucking happening. And I'm so sorry.
I was having that discussion today, unrelated, and would not make sense to either of you in the world that you live in, but there's a lot of chaos happening right now in the K-pop world, and that one of the reflections, talking about schedules and timelines and like needing to know what is going to happen and needing to know what we need to know, because for those of you not in the K-pop world, there's a very specific flow and rhythm of, like, if a comeback is happening, which is an album release, on this day, they give you a whole calendar of what to expect on which day and at what time, when the merch is dropping, when the music video drops, when you're going to get the set list, when you're going to get the 18,000 different fucking variations of photo cards or whatever. Like, it is to the T. Like, you know what to expect, when it is happening, and the website still crashes every single time because everyone knows when it's happening. BTS they've got their comeback in 2 weeks, and it is like this big, huge, major event. But, like, there's not been a calendar release. They have not given anything. There's no teasers. There's a track list and then a Netflix video with some commercials. And it is so against what has been the norm for so many years, but like BTS created the standard. BTS is why like K-pop is as big as it is in the West. And it's fascinating to watch all of the like frenzy around it. And I am just like, I get it. I was like, I get it. Like I'm on the outside, so I can laugh and giggle about it because I'm like, oh, I'm like, it's just fun. It's exciting. But I need a fucking schedule. My life is so scheduled to the point where it overwhelms me. It's so scheduled, but I need it scheduled or it's not going to happen. And it really pisses me off when people don't adhere to what they've committed to in the schedule, be that work, be that the fucking weather, the traffic, whatever it is. And it's like, that is not what we planned for. That is not what we said. And now I'm irritable. But like, it's not the world I live in. That is not ever going to be the case. But I'm like, I have allotted this many minutes or hours to this activity. And now we are off the train tracks. And now we are going off the rails. And that is where Mary's whimsical, Candy's whimsical. Just want to throat punch y'all with love sometimes because I'm like, what do you mean? And like, we're not in a rush.
And there's you and me on structure, and we're like, come on, ladies, let's go.
I just like, which is hilarious because I feel like Candace and I, we do want structure and we do have structure in a lot of ways. And I know, like, hello, Candace, she's in the military, right? And you all know I'm going with her in July for a trip. And it's not just like a concert and baseball fun time. Like, there's meaningful things that she wants to do. And so she's like told me, you shush. And I'm just gonna plan, and you have to just go along. And like, and if I want to do something, I just need to tell her, and she'll put it in there, right? Like, but she'll schedule it out so that we have this much time, we have this much, right? I can do the same thing, but I also very much can be in the like, just go with it. But I don't know. I think I had to relinquish a lot of that control with kids, like, and having them all the time like makes it different. And my time is not my time. And I've learned to prioritize and schedule my time. And the retreat that I just went to finish out my classes for my certificates, it definitely helped me in some of those things that I think was limiting me and blocking me from being the organized, consistent person that I can be. And it's funny, we're talking about all this stuff. I literally said to Cassie this morning that I need a schedule for working out and doing different workouts, different like group classes at different places, different organizations, like trying new things to be consistent with inconsistent things. And that schedule works for me.
Facts. Yeah. If it's not on the calendar, it's not happening.
It's absolutely not happening. I tell all my students that. I tell anyone in my life, if you do not see me get my phone out to put it in the calendar, you might as well say goodbye, sayonara, see you later, because it's not going to happen. Because I need a reminder. I try as I might. I know who I am as a person. If I don't have the reminder in some capacity, it's not going to happen. And it's not because it's not important to me. It is not because I don't care about it or care about you. It is because I care about a lot of things. I have a lot of hobbies. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of tasks. I have a lot of things that I commit to, and I just need it on the calendar and I need it blocked so I don't schedule over it, so I can make myself available, so I can show up in meaningful ways, so I can say fuck it, book it, and just disappear for 36 hours and still come back to my responsibilities. Like, I need a structured life so I can do the things that I want to do. But there's a lot to be said in finding the whimsy where, I take a 36-hour trip to Seattle with a person I met on TikTok 4 months ago. And, you know, beyond the reason we went to the concert, we didn't have a whole lot planned. We didn't like, you know, she's like, I want to see this thing. I want to eat this thing. And that was it. So we literally walked 25,000 steps on Thursday and Friday and just walked around and just meandered into vintage shops and stationery shops and coffee shops. And we just sat there hoping the pigeons wouldn't attack us while we were taking our cute little dessert photos. They're so aggressive. Pigeons and what are other seagulls? They are aggressive birds. Okay. Crows get a bad name. It's those fucking pigeons and seagulls. But I digress. Like we had things we wanted to do. We didn't have timelines. It was just like wherever we're at in our walking journey and how that is going. And that's the kind of fluidity that I can tolerate in my life. We knew like where we had to be at this time for the thing, which was phenomenal, but reiterated that I am an old bitch and I have standards and I need certain things to enjoy the fun. But outside of that, it was just wander around and get lost and be fun. But I think that's a luxury that I had in that moment because that's not something that I could do in the city that I live, in the space that I live, because I have responsibilities here. I drive by the thing and it reminds me, oh, I was supposed to follow up with so-and-so, or, oh, I have to go do this thing, or I have 10 minutes of free time. I'm going to go offer it to someone and I'm going to commit to doing something because I can just drive over there and do it or whatever. I can't do that when I'm living out of a suitcase and I'm just in another city and I don't know where I'm at. Like it forces, I don't want to say it forces fun. It forces flexibility, which I am flexible. I think social work has taught, I mean, I have to be flexible in all aspects, but the structure and predictability of my routine helps me feel in control. Control makes me feel safe. Things I can't control, inconsistencies piss me off and they test me daily, but such is life. I think that's, you know, I'm hard-headed. I'm not going to learn a lesson on my own. Like, I'm not going to go out here and find it. I'm not going to teach myself how to do the thing or learn the thing. So life is going to be like, all right, well, wait, just wait. So that's some 2 cents on whimsy and structured routines. I need my routine, but I need my supervised whimsy too, I guess.
I love that. Supervised whimsy.
Supervised whimsy.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking when you're saying that, so I definitely hold, let me rephrase this. I used to hold more masculine alpha energy because I just did everything on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And with Rick, I'm just all like, I was just a baby. And he definitely has allowed me to be way more feminine than I've ever been in my whole life. And when we go on trips, like his love language is acts of vacation. And so he always plans them. And everyone's like, where are you going? And I tell them, and they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I have no fucking idea. I'm just showing up. And it's so nice because I'm like, I don't have to plan anything. Like at home, yeah, I have the checklist to make sure we have all the gear and stuff because we do weird, wild shit all the time. Gotta make sure we got all the things. But other than that, like I just show up. I'm like, I don't know. What are you doing? I don't know.
I love that you said that. And that just a little bit ago, you mentioned how on our trip, we identified that the two of you carry more of that masculine and Candace and I carry more of that feminine. But I guarantee you that's because we're with you guys.
Yes, I was just, that was the thought that I had.
We, depending on what we're doing, depends on if Candace has to be in that role or if I have to be in that role. But in our day-to-day lives, we are always in that role. Like for what she does in the military, for what I do as a therapist and with my kids as a single mom, like we're always in those roles. So when I actually am in my time or with other people that I feel safe enough, I allow myself to be the whimsy. And I suppose whimsy would also be the other word for quirky or for, a little bit a little bit of a ditz, right? And that I actually love that part of me because it's a very real part of me. And if I show that to people early on, sometimes it's taken as just that, like that she's ditzy. But people who can see my depth, and it doesn't have to take a long time. Like I've known you guys a long time to be able to know that. But literally, this retreat I went to, there was a girl there that said, like early, like day one of things, we were talking about stuff, and she's like, "Don't let her fool you. Like she's intelligent." Like, and I'm all like, she sees my depth despite me being all quirky and being me because I was in a room where I felt safe enough to do that. And so I think that Cassie, it's great that you have somebody in your day to day that offers that for you. And I think that that is something that I lately have been better about, balancing that masculine and feminine for myself within myself to give me more consistent, organized structure, but also still value my inconsistent consistencies, right? And whimsy. And Mandy, you are still very much in the masculine. And
I even hate calling it masculine and feminine. It pisses me off. It really does.
I can't. What's a different word we can use? Because like whimsy makes me think feminine.
Well, but that's because
I always say
brains
alpha,
are conditioned. That's
I was like, I don't know.
That's how our brains are conditioned, and I think that that's a trigger in me that I can very much recognize because I consume a lot of content. I read a lot of things on this topic because men, as somebody who is very single and very much opposed to dating, because men will say, I want a feminine woman. And I'm like, are you a masculine man in the sense of not like toxic masculinity? Like most of them aren't. So that's what I'm saying. Like Mary felt safe to be her whimsy, feminine self with us because she knows that we've got it. Like, motherfucker, if I can't trust you to make a reservation and do the bare fucking minimum, like you're not gonna see me as feminine because I promise you I'm not. If I do not trust you, you're not gonna see that side of me. You're not gonna it's not gonna touch feminine or what you consider to be feminine. But I'm trying to think about a time in my life where that's ever been the case, and I cannot. So we'll see. That stands to be proven if I can get to that point of safety where I let my guard down and I let somebody lead, because that's not where I am at currently. But I think that, like Mary, you pointed out at your retreat, people recognizing that right away. Like when you were talking earlier about you and Candace getting to do this, I'm like, yeah, it's because Cassie and I were there and our dominant ass personalities were just like, y'all go over there, like have a time. We're going to go get breakfast and coffee. You have 22 minutes before we get back and you need to be done with this, and this.
And we'll supervise you guys over there.
Right. And then we'll flip. Yes. And because that is who Cassie and I are by nature. Cassie gets to be in that less dominant role at home because she has someone there that she knows that she can let lead because she trusts this person. She trusts Rick. And so she can switch between the two. And that is not something that I think that I won't say never. Nothing is coming to my brain at this moment. I very much live in a world where I am the one that has to make all the decisions, do all of the things, and like be the responsible. But even still through that, people recognizing me as someone who has fun or someone who is always doing things that make me happy or bring me joy is really important to me, because I think that for a long time I equated seriousness and professionalism and like having my life together with someone who just, my entire identity was rooted in accomplishments or achievements related to like the professional realm of things. But like I am somebody who is professional Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I wrote you a very detailed email of all of the things that I think you should have on your radar because this is what's going to happen. Goodbye. I'm checked out Thursday and Friday. And then what? All of those things happen. and I knew it. I saw it. I wrote it. I told you, I gave you all of the skills. I did all of the things. And then I checked out. I didn't touch a professional thing. I didn't do any of that. I just went and had the time of my life. And I got back on that plane. I came right back and I hopped right back into professional things. And my kids, while they were dramatic for my 48 hours that I was gone, they were so excited to hear the things, see the things. Miss, you're always going to a concert. Miss, you're always doing something. You're always going to events. And I'm like, yeah, I have free will. Like, I can use my free will for good. I can use it for bad. Like, we all have free will. And one day when you are, of age, have your own money, drive yourself around, you will have that free will too. And I think, like, work was the mentality and that I saw growing up. You are supposed to work, and you're supposed to work yourself to the bone, have multiple jobs, be paying the bills. We have no time, no money for fun because we have to work. And now I'm like, there's 22 cents in my bank account. What can I do to get to $1? Because I need $1 to go do the thing. Like, fuck it. Like, nothing is real. And I mean, bills are real, but also, like, hi, World War III. Am I supposed to still pay my bills? Like, what do you mean? I'm like, fuck that credit card bill. Like, that, as far as I'm concerned, that's between
you and the universe.
I know that's between you and the universe. Yeah, it's like, but I digress. Like, I feel like we all use laughter and humor to get through the trauma, but, like, the reality of it is, you could die tomorrow. The world could change and be upside down tomorrow. Things could look a lot different tomorrow. So, like, what you do today really matters and is really important. And I know that that's cliche, and you hear people say that, but like, do you hear them? Are you listening to the fact that here today, gone tomorrow? Tomorrow is not promised, and tomorrow is not promised to look the same as today. Like, I have little stickers in my office for kids, and they're complaining because they're all too upbeat right now. They want the stupid little brain rot, not serious ones. And there was one, like, the thing about bad days is even a bad day is only 24 hours. Like, even a bad day is only 24 hours. And then you wake up the next day and there's an opportunity to choose again, to live again. And I just think that we don't take that seriously enough, but also, like, whimsy enough, relaxed enough. It's not that serious. Nothing's that serious.
Well, and it's you saying that made me just think about at that retreat certificate training that I did, we would talk about, like, the purpose of what we're doing is trying to take the topic or the problem or the issue, whatever's going on, and we're trying to find out what the block is, right? And what action needs to be called next to then get to the outcome. And when talking about it in this setting, it was about all of us in our own businesses and things. And the answer truly was, like, the worst thing that could happen is you could die. Like, and whatever you're doing is probably actually not going to result in you dying. But the worst thing that's going to happen with your action is you're going to die. And you're going to die eventually, no matter when, where, how, we don't know. So take the action, do the thing, find the joy, embrace your family or whimsy, or
embrace all the things.
Right. Embrace both sides of you. It's like, and that's, I guess that's what Cassie being the way she is and having Rick to be able to be that way in her day to day allows for that. But she's still looking for that balance within herself. And I think she's finding more of it by being more of herself with clients and landing major ones and things like that. Right. And I talk about how I'm balancing that and finding that within myself and allowing creativity and doing the things that allow me to be consistent and organized in inconsistent ways, but be whimsy, right? And so just finding that balance of it. And so for you, it's that you are looking for that balance, and you've started to find that for yourself by saying yes to these things.
I would say you're pretty whimsical when it comes to your music and like that stuff. I would say that definitely puts you into a, like, people can't see me if you're listening, but I'm wiggling my body like right now. Like, I would say that has definitely brought out more of that, because you're just like, I'm gonna dance. I don't give a fuck who's looking. I'm gonna listen to all the things. You embrace it. We've already seen the pictures behind you. Like, I don't know where this will lead, and we always think about like hindsight, right? Because we're like, I don't know, where's this gonna go? But like, I feel
so
like
true,
since
though,
last summer,
I think you said a minute ago that you couldn't remember yourself as like being in that kind of feminine state, if we're gonna say the
I feel
word,
like
right?
every time you talk about K-pop, it is like super feminine, and like you're just like
absolutely aligned, because I was trying to think of like your most, because I've had lots of moments, right? We've done Dancing with the Stars, we have done trips in Hawaii and luau's, and like, I mean, we've done so much, you and me, right? So I've seen a whole side of you that not many people know.
How come she's gone to Hawaii and I haven't?
You were invited on that trip, I believe.
Probably. I was probably too broke, though.
Sure.
If we're being honest.
Like, and Candace was on a boat somewhere.
Same.
But my point of this is that you, Cassie, triggered this memory of Mandy and I in college when I first met her, and like for New Year's Eve, and we went out dancing, and we danced, and it was hot. Like, I walked in that place drunk as a skunk, and I walked out fucking sober as a doornail, because we sweated so much while we were dancing. But that is the first image that just came to my mind about Mandy and being with, like, and it's dance. It's having a good, it's just being in the moment and having that freedom. And it was just you and me and two other girls. I think Kate,
Mandy, Amanda, and Kate.
Amanda. Yeah. So I'm like, so it was just us. Like,
yeah, but I know exactly what night you're talking about, because I have a picture from that night, and also that was a very fuck you to a man night, because that man that had been fucking up my life, and just I allowed him to make me feel like shit way too many times. He did not deserve that many opportunities to let me down, but in your 20s, you're doing your best with what you've got. And if you think that you don't deserve anything and have no self-esteem, that's what you get. But that night was that was very much the result of fuck you energy. And it's my hometown. And I think I have pointed this out or mentioned this many times going back. Like, I don't party like I did back home here, because I don't trust anyone here enough to have my back if I do silly things, or passing out in a public restroom. Haha, that's funny in college, but you have 15 friends, or the bartender knows you, or the bouncer is living across, like, in a small town, somebody knows who you are and they can call somebody to come get you. And I don't have that here. And I commented on that shift a lot. And obviously you get older, you stop partying like that. That's not the life I want to live. But
we just enjoy margaritas on the boardwalk now.
Correct. In controlled, safe spaces. But like, that piece of me definitely stopped when the surroundings were not familiar, the people were not familiar, and like, I don't know if I could trust you because I don't know your parents, and I haven't known you since this time.
Such a small town thing to say.
It really is. It really is.
All three of us small towns, like, that's such a small town thing to say.
And I'm from the biggest town, but like, I grew up there.
Yeah, I was like, for the record, not small town.
I know, but it felt very small because my parents are each
suburbs.
They're each one of 6. Okay. And there was only 2 high schools. And so if you didn't go to this one, you went to that one, and everybody was beefing with everyone.
For you. I get it.
Right. I was like, the circles were so small because everyone knew everyone. And, yes, music has always been that safe space for me. I mean, my siblings make fun of me because I used to, lock them out of my room, out of my life. They would say, with like my headphones on or just blaring music, or I'd disappear into the woods and I would have my music. Now what I know to be vocal stems, where I sing everything to process it. Like, you ask me a question and I'd sing the answer back to you, or like I'm singing throughout the day of what I'm doing. It could be mopping the floor and whatever it is. And it's like the vocal stimming, because that is where I have always connected and felt, like, period, full stop, felt. That is where I have felt. And it's not safe to do that in my brain, apparently, out in the real world, out in the things. So music, 100% has always been that for me. And yes, going to live concerts or shows or things of that nature, 100%. But that fucking build up to get there is stressful as fuck for me, because it's, where am I staying? What are we doing? I need to eat now because I'll forget to do it later. And if I forget to eat now and I don't have it later, then I'm going to be a bitch to everyone. And I don't want to be a bitch to everyone. And so I was like, okay, we've got to be done at this time so I can eat, so I can do the thing. But that's in my head. And if I don't communicate that to anyone, nobody knows that. And now I'm pissed off at everyone because I didn't communicate what my needs were. And it didn't go according to what I needed in my head. So it's real fun. It's real fun being in my brain sometimes and having expectations that you communicate to no one. And then it's like an escape room. Who can figure it out before I flip my shit? It's not good, guys. Don't do that.
No, you're good. It just reminded me of when we were in person together. And I was like, you and I get along so good, even though we were just like exactly the same. Like, I don't even know how to like butt heads, but we're the same, but we're gentle butt heads. I don't know how to
because that type of relationship can go one of two ways. You can be so alike that it's like, yep, you're my person and I'm going to stick with you this whole 48 hours. Or it's like, it's fuck you energy the whole time.
You can go fuck yourself. Yes. Don't tell me shit.
Correct. But be like,
we're the nice ones, not the bad ones.
Yes. Like, don't fucking touch me. Stay on your side of the bed. Draw the line. And neither one of us moved the entire night.
I was going to say, I don't move when I sleep, so you're lucky. I'm just like, and then you got you two cuddling on the other side. Mary.
Poor Candace. Because she's like, what am I supposed to do? And Mary's just like,
what she meant by when she asked me if I normally sleep on like the right side of and I didn't even, at the time I was like, no, I do.
That was her saying, like,
on the right side of the bed.
Bitch.
Like, I just was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't understand. So the honest truth is, like, Candace is more like you guys in so many ways than the ways that I am reflective of you, because that's really the truth.
But she's been your friend longer. She has been with your antics
longer. So that part of her that is the whimsy comes out so much more. But I like,
she hasn't softened us yet, Cassie.
I was like, take me out of that. And I know she, especially you, Mandy, like, she'd be like, yeah, I'm with you. like structure, time, place, detail oriented, like all those things. But us and you guys leave the next morning to go home, and we're like, are we gonna go to another epic universe? Are we gonna go just shop? Are we gonna drive home today? and I love
Cassie and I are like, what do you
mean? She needs that, just like you guys needed that. And so that's probably why I try and force the whimsy on you sometimes, because I'm like, come just relax a moment. It's gonna be
like,
okay.
This is not relaxing for me.
And then when it pisses you off, I just give you grace and give you space and don't own that anymore until we come back down.
Like, let me just do it my way.
It's funny you say that, because I was just I don't remember what Rick and I were just talking about tonight, but it was something along the lines of, like, yes, he brings out the feminine in me, but in my in my career, I very much have to be dominant. I have to be the person who does things because I'm self-employed, right? Like nothing gets done if I don't do it. And so like I've learned to try to turn it off at night, like when I come home. But I am human and sometimes I don't, and I'm spicy. And I tell anybody, like, if Rick and I have a disagreement, I'm the one who started it. Like, I'm the fucking asshole because I'm like, I'm fucking pissed. And he's like, are you done yet? And I'm like, no, I'm not. And he's like, okay. And then I like rant and he's like, now are you done? I was like, what the fuck? Like, can I just be angry? He's like, well, you can, but it's not going to do any good. And I'm like, well, fuck, like, let's just go. And so I always tell people, I'm like, if I ever say that I had a disagreement, just know that I started it and he's never started one in 4.5 years because I'm just like, why am I like this? Like, do I just like find the fight? Like, I'm like, come on, fight me. And he's like, I don't want to. And I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, why aren't you fighting me? And so I just like think of that. And I'm like, okay, Cassie, just as just a baby, like get back into, let's go back here. Like, and then I'm just like, can you hold me? And I like, what's that one? I'm trying to think of that one cartoon character that's just like, it just sits there and is so grumpy. And then you like hug them and then they're like,
I don't know.
like, I'll think of it. I'll think of it, everybody. And for those of you that are listening, I just put on a grumpy face and turned happy after I got a hug.
I don't underestimate the power of a hug with consent and when it is asked for. There are many times at school when, you know, we're going through things and everything is awful, everything is a mess, and you know, what do you think that you need right now? Do you need feedback? Do you need to fix it? Do you need something to eat? Have you eaten breakfast? Like, do you need me to stop talking and asking you questions for 20 minutes? Do you need what? We go through it, and I cannot tell you how many times. Can I just have a hug, Miss Mandy? I'm like, you absolutely can, because that is, you know, there's all kinds of science around, you know, the touch and that, like
your nervous system is slowing you down.
Well, that's why, you know, in therapy you have all we're gonna hug ourselves, we're gonna tap, we gotta work on our breathing, we gotta like slow things down, doing all the tapping, all the spots, because sometimes like, fuck, just hug me, just fucking let me be angry, but just hug me. It's like, hug this cactus.
Oh, absolutely. That is 100%. I'm going to tell him that. I'm going to be like, I need you to hug this cactus right now. He's going to.
Maybe that's like the opposite of a safe word. It's like cactus. And he just comes over and
girl,
just,
don't
like,
give him no
you.
more ideas on safe words. Like, good God. I'll never hear the end of it. There'll be something.
It's your support word. It's your support word.
Support word sounds better because he'll be like, oh, Cassie, what's your safe word? Be like, I don't know. We have 20 of them now. What's my fucking choices?
Or, you know,
where are we at?
If he notices you being spicy and instead of like, you know, what's going on, and he's just like,
it's your
cactus.
Calm down word.
I always just say I need to calm my titties, so maybe I need to calm my cactus.
That is a very Cassie thing to say. Yes.
Speaking of very Cassie thing to say, and I'm pretty sure my mom listens to our podcast, so shout out, Mom. What was it, like a month ago or something like that? My mom's like, I'm gonna throat punch them, and I was like, you are? Like, that is such a. I was like, I think I've typed, and she typed it, but I just was like, who are we throat punching, Mom? Like, this is a very your daughter thing to say.
Yes.
My man, and then any whoosies, I picked up Mandy's word on that one. I'm like, oh God. I was like, you guys are starting to pop into my mannerisms.
There was something that popped up. I think I texted you. I was like, I for sure read that in Cassie's voice. Like, or I for sure heard that in Cassie's voice. I'm like, well, there it is. There it is.
Well, I suppose when you talk to each other every single day, that is it's just bound to happen.
So distraction, but I had, because, you know, pre-recording, we're trying to figure out, you know, whose thing is making sound. I just want you to know that I can hear whispering in my headphones right now saying, hey ladies. So one of your spirits, one of your guides is over here like, hey ladies.
Hey. A.
Mhm.
I love that.
That's
Oh,
intense.
It is intense.
I
You
love
hear?
that.
So for those of you who don't know, which would be everybody, we have a history of having some guests on the show. And Cassie had been listening and transcribing and editing and clipping and all the things and stumbled along, oh gosh, I don't even know, like the 4th or 5th episode that somebody over here somewhere,
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one.
was saying,
Over
hey,
there.
That one.
okay. And then somebody, Cassie's, was saying hey back.
And then they started saying thank you and
you.
you're welcome.
And you're welcome.
It's
and
weird.
now apparently Mandy is hearing somebody say, hey ladies. To which before we started this, like she said, they'd been hearing a bunch of background noise. And yes,
Come
for anybody
over
curious,
there again.
it was from me over here somewhere. And it wasn't anything clear yet. And so we were saying we can't wait to see what the transcription or whatever that word is comes
You're right.
from this episode. But apparently we didn't have to wait for that. So that was a major squirrel. And then really it just made me now sit here and think, what are they trying to have us talk about? I feel like the Hey Ladies had more to do with like focus. And I'm like,
mm-hmm. I
don't know, but I feel like we've had such a great discussion. On to episode 22.
That's a whole other topic. So you know what? We'll wrap it up here today with the joy, the feminine, the masculine, some special guests.
Some special guests.
Just be you. Go be too much. Go be whimsy. Go be a hard ass. Grind it out.
Go be a cactus.
Book it. Take the trip. Do the thing. Because what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to die.
We're all going to die.
None of us make it out alive.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. And with that.